So I want to talk about some of the structures I have out here today. The first one we're going to be looking at is a tripod. Basically going to be using this for either beans or cucumbers. If I do cucumbers, I'll be taking some twine and starting at the bottom and kind of wrapping and making a spiral around the tripod to give the vine something to attach to. And I'll show y'all a quick video on how to do some lashing. It's pretty easy and it's effective. The second thing we're going to look at here is this trellis. It's basically trees that I cut down, and I took a post hole digger and put this one here and the one down at the end. I post holed them into the ground about 3 foot, make them nice and solid, and then from there I just put supports halfway down. They're not very far in the ground because the top piece of twine is actually 3 pieces that I braided together, and within in there I just kind of took other twine and alternated back and forth to make a kind of like a diamond shaped pattern. Now this would be great for beans, obviously, but what I'm going to try to do is grow tomatoes on these. I don't know how well it's going to do, but I think it'll be alright because I'll probably just have to support it more with twine. So we'll see what happens with that. Nope, there she is again. The next structure we're going to look at here are, I'm going to use this for beans. It's just 2 tripods with a like a horizontal beam going across, which is another tree, and then sticks lashed from the beams coming down. So I'm going to use this as a multi-function support here. It's going to be tripod for probably cucumbers, and I'll probably do the same thing I did up there, and then the actual limbs I'm going to use for beans. So this should be pretty cool to see when it's actually up and running. Now the next structure that I'm going to be using, these are just your typical bean poles. It's the same basic structure. I've post holed about 2 foot down, got about 10 foot long saplings and put them in the ground. I've got 4 of these all together. I got the one down at the end here with the other sprinkler head. Now again, at the top, what I did was I braided 3 pieces of twine together to kind of give it the strength up top, and also did it at the bottom as well. Now on this side, I think this is going to be really cool. What I did was I put a door. I basically, again, just took other saplings and secured them to the ground here, and basically stopped running the twine to them so I could access in and out. I probably should have done it on this side as well, but when I put it in, I thought it was kind of cool. I look forward to walking in and out of the beans. It's kind of going to be a cover, and you won't be able to see the woods except for through the door. Now this section of bean pole is pretty cool. What I did was I went out and I cut about a 40-foot section of tree, and I came down and I put fencing staples in here so I could weave the rope or the twine in and out. And Junie looks pretty impressed with everything. She approves. So on and so on. Also, I put this is just another support. It's not really very strong, but really all it needed was for the support up top. So coming on down here at the very end, what I did to install these sprinklers was I took my hatchet, and on the edge or at the end of the tree here, I split it, and then I split it again on the other side, and basically made it 4 quarters, and then I placed my sprinkler down the middle and then zip tied them. And for the last structure, basically this is just 10 saplings that I lashed together and then ran some cross beams, and then within the cross beams I've started weaving some baling twine in between it. And what I'm going to use for this is I'm going to grow my cucumbers here. Last year we grew them in the boxes, and I grew them on the outside edges, and they just overflowed into the yard, and it made it really hard to cut grass. So what I'm going to do this year is after they start growing, I'm going to start trading them to go vertical. So right there we'll save some space. Plus I think it'll be kind of a cool look. So what I'm going to do is give a quick tutorial on how to lash. I'm just going to use these small branches that I got here that my dog has brought out of the woods. So basically the first thing you want to do is just tie off to one branch and make it fairly tight. What you do next is you want to wrap, wrap, wrap. Make that tight. And then you want to go in and out between sticks. And you can do this on any size. It just depends on how big you're using it and how big the rope is and how big the limbs are. So what you do is you tighten this up a couple times and get it real nice and tight. And then usually just wrap it again. Come back down again through here. Do that a couple times. Basically what you're doing is you're cinching down and making it tight. That way the sticks can still pivot, but your rope doesn't come undone. So now I'm gonna tie this off. I mean, it's just, there's no, best way to do it is just tie it off however you want to. It's not gonna really matter too much. And then what I usually do, just to make it look nice, I'll take a razor and kind of clean up everything. It gives it a finished look. And you can tell I've been using this razor quite a bit because it's about dull. So basically just like that. And you won't get a lot of pulling out because you're cinched down on it. So this is basically how I've done 80% of the stuff out here. Making a tripod is basically the same as making what we made last. You want to tie off on one branch and make that nice and tight. But the only difference between that and this is you want to weave, alternating. You want to weave in and out of your sticks first, just because it gives it a little more structure to it. So we're going to go through here and come back through there, come around here, and it can look sloppy at first. All that matters is that once you get everything lined up, that you tighten down on it. So when you tighten down on it, what I'll do after this is I'll do like we did originally, and I'll wrap it once or twice, and then I'll go in between each individual stick, just like this. I didn't get that tight enough. I'll go in between here, and then I'll cinch down on that. I'll do that one more time. There. And then I'll come over to this side and do the same exact thing. So you tighten down on that a couple times, and if you want, wrap it again. I mean, the more the better. You come around here and then go through it one more time. Over here one more time, just to make everything nice and tight. Now to tie this off is just the same way as you tied it before. Just tie it off to one stick. You can even tie it up on the other side. Boom. Take my razor, clean it up, Now you don't have to clean it up. I just sometimes think it looks a little more neat when you do. And there you go. And for the last one we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to do like cross beams. So usually what I'll do is, again, same method. Tie off to one stick where you want to make your cross beam at. Cinch that down. Place your cross it, and then what you want to do is you want to go over here, under, over, under, over. Do that a couple times. Cinch it down to where you got something similar to this. And then to cinch this down, what you do is you wrap back around this top one and then go on the insides of the stick. And then what you do is tighten that down here. Back around again. There's a lot of different ways you can do these. You can actually go, if you want, you can cross them and make an X. And all it does is just add support to your structure. I'll do that, and then I'll come back around one more time and cinch down on that, and then tie off. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. This is John with the Tidewater Gardener.